The most important thing is that it's become part of popular culture. And that really is kind of the thing that has separated Snapchat from a lot of other, aspirational messaging and social networks. When you become part of popular culture, when you become something that people want to use, want to talk about, whether it be for the stories, for the messaging, for the discover, for the lenses, there are so many aspects of it that in their entirety have become, a home screen app for hundreds of millions of people.
Jessica, Twitter was certainly part of the popular culture, but seems to have hit a growth wall. What do you see as the main challenge for others who are trying to compete with Snapchat in allowing people to communicate through video in the way that Snapchat seems to have latched onto so well?
Well, Snapchat has a wonderful position, but it's still a competitive market. And I think we have to remember this is a company that Snapchat still has to prove out its business. It's growing very quickly. All signs, as we've reported in the information, are more than 300 million in revenue this year, which is very steady growth. But you've got Instagram, you've got YouTube, and you've got all those new upstarts that might come up. So I think it's an exciting place to watch, and I do think Instagram is going to get a little mojo back with its new Stories launch.
Well, Jessica, just to follow on Snapchat's mission here, it would seem that they really do want to try to maneuver fast, stay a little bit ahead of the competition, experiment with things without necessarily having to deliver those near-time results. And I'm thinking of the example of Twitter, where as soon as they went public, it was all about monetizing and user growth. So is this an incentive for Snapchat to remain private as absolutely long as possible, do you think?
I think there are strong incentives. I also think, as I've written, that Snapchat will be ahead of the curve on the next group of IPOs, because I think it doesn't pay as much attention to what Silicon Valley does, being based in LA. But absolutely, Snapchat's enjoying being a private company. One example of that, which we reported this week, is an acquisition of a company called Verb in the search space, 75% with stock. When you've got a currency that's highly valued in the private markets, you're going to spend it, and Snapchat's been doing that with a little bit of an acquisition spree.
And Jeremy, I know you say you're not going to talk that much about Verb itself, but I'm curious, how acquisitive do you think Snapchat is going to be from here on out, given that Facebook has used acquisitions very strategically over the past few years to grow into certain areas and to fuel continued growth in ways that it couldn't have on its own?
Yeah, so the company doesn't really talk about future-looking roadmaps, but you can look backwards and see some of the successful acquisitions that the company has done in the past that really have kind of helped fill out this, this role as kind of a core home screen app for its users. And, the Lenses product that has been so incredibly successful came through an acquisition, and Bitmoji has also been an amazingly successful launch for the company, also through an acquisition. So I think they'll be selectively using the opportunity to add functionality and really high-quality teams, as it makes sense.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.